I have a second channel, Cube Comp MTDX. Hey everybody, I want to take a moment to make an advisory video. If you guys happen to have one of these Intel SSD 320 series solid state drives, there's something you really want to pay attention to. So this is an older solid state drive that was factory installed in a Lenovo laptop. It has been replaced because it has failed. And essentially what has happened is this drive has suffered from what's called the 8 megabyte bug. It's a bug in the firmware on these drives, the factory firmware that was installed on these SSDs, which by the way, this is from 2011. I think it's dated, yeah, right there, November 2011. So it's an older SSD, but it's an SSD 320 series. So the firmware that was factory installed on these drives had a bug in it to where after a power cycle, what would happen is the drive would not initialize properly. It wouldn't initialize properly and connect up with the SATA bus. The issue was with the controller. So what would happen in that case is, while your data is still intact on the solid state drive memory, the computer will no longer be able to boot or access that drive. And in Disk Manager, it would show up as an 8 megabyte drive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug up to the Plexi and show you guys. And unfortunately, from what I've researched, there's no real easy way to recover your files off of your drive once this happens. So it's important that you take a preventive step to help prevent that from happening. So essentially, these drives, as I mentioned, the firmware that was installed from the factory is faulty, but Intel has released a newer firmware for this drive. However, if the drive has already failed, you can unbrick it, but you will not be able to you won't actually be able to recover your data from it. It will actually wipe your data as part of the firmware flash. Now, it's not showing up for some reason. The RAID controller on this machine is a little finicky. So if we can get the Disk Manager, we might be able to see what's going on. There you go. You see, I'm being prompted to initialize the disk. I'm not going to select that. So I think it's disk 0 partition. Hang on, no, it's not that. It's on down here. Disk number 6, unknown, 8 megabytes, not initialized, and it shows a 8 megabyte unallocated partition. So yeah, this is a bug in this drive. To where so what happens, I already mentioned, but I'll mention it again if it wasn't clear last time. So what happens is the firmware on this drive, after a certain number of reboots, or actually it's more random at anything, after a certain power down cycle, I should say, your system is shut off. Next time you turn the computer on, the drive does not initialize properly. And yeah. So the only option, I think, if your drive has suffered from this, is to send it off to a data recovery company, and it's going to probably cost you dearly. Because I've looked and looked and looked, and from what I researched online, there's no real easy way to recover your data off the drive. Now, if you don't care about your data and you just want the drive to work again, you can flash a firmware on it to the newer firmware, and that will get the drive back up and running, but you most likely won't be able to recover your data off of it at that point. And also, if I understand correctly, if the drive has not suffered from the issue yet, you should be able to flash your firmware without losing your data. You may have to perform a backup, I'm not certain on that. But yeah, I just wanted to, not sure why this utility is not showing the SSD. Anyways, I just want to go ahead and make a quick video about that because I'm going to be returning this SSD back to its owner tomorrow. I already serviced her laptop and put a new SSD in it. Yeah, because I'll be honest, even after flashing the firmware on one of these things, I don't know if I would trust it for data storage or not. Given it's already let you down once, if I was to want to reuse this, it would probably be in a secondary computer you don't really care about. So, anyways, if you have one of these drives in your machine, heads up. You want to take action as soon as possible. Back up your data and flash a firmware on this drive, because it may suddenly not work anymore and you will be locked out of your data. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video. Thanks for watching. Well guys, that's it for this one, but it doesn't have to be. There's plenty more videos on the channel to check out. Also, if you liked the video, please click the like button. And if you absolutely hated it, there is the alternative button as well. But yeah, please subscribe to the channel. I definitely appreciate it. And remember to click the bell so that we get notified of all updates. Also, if you're interested in things aside from computers and technology, check out my second channel. It's CubeComp MTDX. Over there you'll find videos about weather, elevators, bicycling, and pretty much whatever else I figure out to upload. So yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you for your support.